Hello everyone, this is yet another video from your favorite productivity guru, myself. Just jokes, I have never done a video on productivity in my life. In fact, I have never even considered myself, the type to be organized enough to be giving people advice on what to do with their lives and how they should finish tasks, because quite frankly, I'm a mess. But today that might all change, because you know what? This year I've been feeling very inspired to change things. But instead of making resolutions on New Year's, I did nothing on New Year's Day, and that's fine. But in the first week, I decided maybe I should consolidate my personal tech stack to make a good system so that I don't fail at my goals. So I basically went down a rabbit hole and I found a bunch of products, I tried a bunch of things. Now I have a pretty snug set of tools that I use on a daily basis, and these tools all make my life at least 2x better. How did I quantify that? I don't know. I just vibed it. So yeah, today I'm going to take you through them, and I'm actually kind of nervous because I feel like your tool stack or what apps you use kind of define you as a person. What's your technical palette? What sort of technologists do you like and do you agree with? These are all very real concerns. All right, enough blabbing, let's get into it. But first, coffee. Cool. Alright, so the first tool I want to talk about, of course, is Notion. I have been using Notion since, for at least, 5 years. Basically, how I kind of structure my Notion is I have my main, Notion, and then I have my home, my journal, I have habits and goals. I keep a separate tab for my professional portfolio, of which I then copy onto my website. I have something called a digital diet tracker, so whenever I read an article and I kind of want to take notes, this is where I just plug them all in. I then have a separate tab for my projects, and within that tab I have a gallery or a database of all of my different side projects. Notion is my second brain. I basically have everything that I should remember but can't remember in there. So Notion, you are number one on my list. I love you. The second tool I want to talk about is a tool called timeOS. I am the kind of person who will avoid meetings at all costs. When someone's like, hey, you want to meet? I'm like, I have to kind of take a swift breath in and be like, okay, I have to kind of assess the situation. One of the reasons I hate meetings so much is because I just zone out. I am always fiddling or opening other tabs. It's really bad, really, really bad. But of course, like anyone, I do have to have some FaceTime here and then. timeOS is basically an AI bot that listens into your meeting conversations and then summarizes them into a nice set of bullet points, and then we'll also create action items for you. And I just love it. It's got a super easy UX. It's got an extension on your browser, so you can just click it. You schedule meetings through there or integrate your calendar. It will automatically detect your meetings. So I love it. I also use timeOS for my scheduler. So I completely broke it off with Calendly. We're not seeing each other anymore. But timeOS, you're my guy. I highly recommend checking it out if you want better meetings, if you have a short-term memory that you want to rectify with tools. This can be your solution. Use the link that I have in my description so you know that I referred you. And there we have it, number 2, timeOS. The third app I want to talk about is Amie. Okay, I have tried so many calendar apps and I have tried so many to-do list apps, and none of them stick for me. I don't know what it is. I like everything to be in one place. And I also was looking for something that integrated with Notion. So Amie, it's beautiful. It's got an amazing UX. What's special about Amie, other than the beautiful UX and the fact that it integrates with Notion and the fact that it doubles up as a to-do list? It's a feeling. Please try it. Number 4 is balance. So I would say proportionally to kind of what it does, it makes a huge impact on my life. So balance I use whenever I want to track my time. So when I start my day, I kind of just clock in, and then it'll remind me to take a break every hour. You can set it so it reminds you at different times, and then I click break, and then when I come back from my break, I click clock in again. It just like, it's cool. You're actually like keeping yourself accountable to proper breaks. You get to see how long you've been working for. So if on any one day you feel beat, you kind of look back and be like, oh yeah, that's why. I've worked a 12-hour day. So yeah, go check out Balance if you want to take proper breaks and track your time throughout the day. Number 5 is Arc browser. Yesterday, someone told me that it's like the browser for cool hipster tech bros and sisters. I don't know. Anyways, I've been using Arc for a long time, and I have been an evangelist from day one, and that's not just because it's beautiful. It's had a pretty big impact on my workflow and just, you know, how focused I can be. What I really like about it is that you can completely hide your tabs. So if you're like super focused on something, like you're writing an article or you're reading an article, Arc kind of allows you to block everything out and just have that on your screen. And I love it. It's got so many functionalities, I don't even know where to start. I think I will just do another video if that's popular enough. Arc, I love you. Thank you. Number 6, this tool is called Raycast. Raycast is basically a substitute for Spotlight if you use Mac. Raycast is pretty cool because you hit an extension and then you start typing Tailwind and you can search for, I don't know, border size. And it will like give you a link to go exactly to that part of the Tailwind documentation. Little things that save you a bunch of time and just make you feel like you're on a rocket ship in your workflow. Raycast is an extremely versatile and user-friendly tool. Highly recommend checking it out. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit intimidated at first when I discovered Raycast. I was like, okay, I need to dedicate a whole day to this, but I would say just download it and watch like one video and then you'll get the hang of it. Number 7 is CleanShot. CleanShot allows you to take clean screenshots, and it's really cool because you can use it as a substitute for Loom. You can also, like when you screenshot a picture, put a really nice border and a background to it, so it's ready to go on your Twitter as like a UX demonstration or a product design case study. You know, it's got all of those built-in features, and it's also like super, I don't know, it's super smooth. cleanshotx, download it and use it. Number 8 is Copilot. This is my tool for my personal finance. So this is where I track all my expenses and I kind of track where I'm at financially. This is only for my personal expenses, although I'm pretty sure you can integrate like your business accounts. I really like the app. It's clean, it's simple, like it barely has any bugs, at least from my experience. I think that's 8, right? There's a bunch of other tools that I use in my day-to-day life, but I would say these 8 are kind of the ones that impact my productivity the most. They save me time, they make me happy in the sense that I'm getting a lot of shit done nicely, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I've already felt like this year I've been off to a really good start, and my stress levels are considerably lower than last year because everything's in order. And when everything else in your life is in order, you have more time to kind of focus on the other stuff, like mood swings, hunger pangs, memorizing the lyrics to your favorite new song, all of the important stuff, you know? So there we have it, my first productivity video. If you enjoyed this or you're curious about how I use any one of these apps in more depth, drop it in the comments. Sweet, that was it. Peace out, everyone.